Yep. Be watching Overwatch. Yeah, it started like 4 minutes ago, right? Sorry. So we're watching Api. You did not have to put your entire battle tag, just so you know. And you are a Master Sana. You said this was a competitive match. I felt like I did recently. My coach in my current team asked me to adopt a new DPS playstyle, sort of like Jonah Corlastro. My team had a lot of issues, and I know I made mistakes. I wanted to know if there was any microplay, positioning, or better play I could have made optimally. So you're masters, not diamond. Let's just go. Are you playing Ana? Yeah.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
I don't count watch point. I mean, I should count watch point, but it's not actual gameplay. It's good entertainment value, but not actual gameplay. So what your coach probably means is that when you're playing Ana, using your cooldowns aggressively can get you a ton of value. You don't have to DPS in the sense of go on an off angle like Zenyatta and try to shoot at the enemy. It's still, at least in my opinion, most important that you heal your tanks. But the Ana's big advantage when compared to like Baptiste, right, is that her cooldowns can actually win fights, whereas Baptiste has defensive cooldowns, right? The Emo and the Regent Burst are actually both really good at, well, keeping you alive. It helps keep your team alive. You touch the Echo Shots, this is okay. Your Mercy should be with your Pharah, but you know what, it's fine. You try to heal your Pharah because your Mercy is not, that's okay. Take a couple shots. Even this is, I'm okay with you taking shots. No one really needs healing right now, except for your Sombra, who shouldn't really need you to heal her. So now that the Mercy is paying attention, you don't have to worry about Pharah almost at all, and you can just focus on hard healing your tanks. I usually say don't go for random. I know it's not a random sleep, but it's such a low chance that it hits. Just having the threat of the sleep is just really good. I should say just go for high percentage. Sleeps are really high value. Sleeps. If you sleep the Hanzo, yet maybe we can kill him. But the only person who can actually get on this Hanzo is our Pharah, and he's being healed by Mercy as well. So I'm not sure we could even kill this Hanzo if you slept him. So it's a very low percentage that maybe will not end up in a kill. And even if you get the kill, you threw it to sleep because it seemed safe. It was rotating at the moment. Yeah, I mean, will you need the sleep in 12 seconds? I'm like, maybe not. But by the fact that they've got an Echo, I'm like, maybe yes. Because Echo can just go aggressive on you if you are by yourself. And if, by the way, if this was even a little bit more likely to hit, I would have been fine. Like, if this has been, like, even a Zarya on the high ground, like, any tank is a lot easier to hit, so I would have been fine. It's just a very low percentage on that long of a range. So, you're right in the sense that you will probably get it back. It's just you're denying yourself the opportunity to maybe go for something, more likely. Nade is not good. Where did it land? I like the idea of the nade. And that's part of, by the way, your positioning has been solid, you're playing out of line of sight of the enemy. Echo maybe can get to you, but you have a Mercy nearby and Saya to help you. No, it's fine. I actually appreciate it. A lot of the time I don't get any feedback when doing reviews. So, it's nice to actually have feedback for once. Positioning is solid, like they don't have a direct line of sight on you, the hands will run away, you're safe. It's a good positioning. But I wanted to watch the nade. And yeah, your aim's been pretty solid too. You've hit every healing shot you've taken, more or less, like 75% of them. I'm just a little, like, I get the idea behind the nade. You're like, I'm going to throw it over the shield in the middle of the enemy team, right? That's the idea of the nade. But I think you just missed. I think you just, rather than seeing an opportunity, you are just like, oh, I know I can throw it over the shield, so I'm going to throw it over the shield. Which I'm just waiting for you to actually do it. Should be now. When do you throw this nade? Did you actually already throw it and I just missed it? Oh, you threw it really right now. I just missed it. Why did it hit? Did it hit your team? You passed it? Yeah, there we go. I just missed it. Yeah, it just gets nothing. Rather than waiting for an opportunity, there it is. Rather than waiting for an opportunity, you basically, like the same thing, you do the same thing with your sleep. You're not really waiting for the opportunity to use them. You're just throwing them out there and seeing if they stick. Which is not the idea behind going aggressive, right? Like, yeah, if you land it, then it's really good, but if you just take the random chance, it's not as good as just actually ensuring that you will get your coolness. You'll land your coolness on the enemy. So don't just try to play for like a coin toss, right? This is basically just a coin toss. There's a chance it will get value. There's a chance it will just miss everyone. So don't just play for a coin toss with your abilities. You do the same thing with the sleep. You threw for a coin toss, like a lower coin toss even than 50-50 for a sleep on the hand. So and I'm like, I need you. Patience having a recent issue along with positioning, at least. We'll look at those. Thus far, like positioning hasn't been bad. Your positioning is solid. You have a silent that can see your team. You're mostly avoiding the enemy's sidelines. Another random sleep. That was a sleep, right? Yeah. Another random sleep where you just see the chance of hitting someone who's very far away, and you have to keep in mind that the sleep has a travel time. Anyone that sees the sleep can just sidestep it. But yeah, positioning is fine. Like you're safe. Your mercy can help you. You've got a lot of cover. It's a good position.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
And your aim is pretty solid too. Okay, well, both of your DPS are dead. We just regroup. And just so you know, this is not your fault. Echo is really good against Pharah because as soon as Pharah goes low, she can get beamed, and Mercy was not with her. So it's a mix of both. And using your nade to get the Zarya out with the charge is solid. Like your Zarya has 80 charge, so the fight is lost. We have no DPS. We just get out. Thus far, your mechanics are solid. Your position is not bad. Like at this point, you're just retreating. You're probably going to die because both of your tanks died. By the way, just get out. Like I like the idea of getting out until you stand and dancing left and right. Like getting out, trying to get your team alive out. And then like you're trying to keep your Vine alive, but you could still move backwards. Like keep moving backwards, create distance. You're a sniper, right? Create distance. Don't jump because it makes you predictable. Not that they have a hit scan, but maybe their Hanzo's really good, and he managed to take a shot at you while jumping. Because jumping makes you predictable. And then you keep moving here. This is my big thing. Just keep backing out. The fight is definitely lost. Like the fight was lost when we had no DPS. Just keep backing out. Even here, I'm like, what are you doing? Just keep backing out. Like the Zarya is shooting you, the Vines are coming at you, the Echo's beaming you. You get to sleep on the Echo, which is solid. But even then, I'm like, just get out. This Echo is dead, by the way. Good. Like at least this sleep is not like a long range sleep. Like this is not like those long range sleeps you were attempting before. I'm like this is a higher chance sleep. Like she's a lot closer. You've got the trajectory set because she's flying. That she's easier to hit. So this is a good sleep. Like this is an example. I wouldn't say it's a very high percentage, but it's at least like 50. And if you get the kill, it can be high value. So this idea of the sleep is good. The problem is that the fight is clearly already lost. But like this is a lot closer and easier to hit. So this is a good sleep. That said, you did stay too close, and you're probably just going to die. You could try to kill the Echo at least. Take her with you. You do take her with you. But you probably I want to say you probably die. Of course, she's going to get rest, but she's going to get rest because the entire enemy team is here to protect the rest. But you got cooldowns out, and I'm actually surprised you did not die. You end up getting out safe, and we just wait. You're coming back to main. Heal your McCree. Okay, that's solid. We have Nano. Who are you going to Nano, right? That's always a good question. On this case, I'm like, I would Nano McCree. The thing with McCree is that you probably know these numbers, but I'm gonna say them anyway. McCree does 140 damage with a headshot, and with Nano, which is 50% increase, he can do 210, so he can kill the Echo, the Mercy, anyone but the tanks with a single headshot. So I would just Nano McCree. Nano Rhine is not bad, of course. Like Nano in Rhine creates a lot of space. Nano in Ball can make it so we get 150 damage on the pile drive, which is also very good. You have options. My choice would probably be McCree, but depends on the situation. You end up going for the Wrecking Ball on his call. Okay. I don't know. He wasn't low enough that he needed saving. He could have just waited for healing or went to get a Mega, right? But I'm okay with it. And again, if there's a call to Nano, you just trust them and Nano them. You went with both for some reason, it's fine. Like, especially if he called it. If someone in your team calls Nano me, you probably just Nano them. You just trust that they will get value, right? And they would not ask for it if they didn't have a plan or whatever. So you just go for it. And by the way, they can't rest the kill because you forced the rest out earlier. So really well done there. You keep hitting the Rhine, good sleep. Remember what I said about high percentage? Shield down Rhine is very high percentage. So really good sleep. We are just waiting for the Rhine. You throw the nade out on the Rhine before he can just wake up naturally. Your Rhine also being nanoed is a problem, but we can just push this right here. Okay, that's unfortunate. You are like a little bit in the open, but I'm not going to blame you for this. I would save you here, ideally. Oh, the Rhine disconnected. That's why we didn't push. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, you're correct. He just stops moving. But we still can't win this fight, by the way. Like, we killed both of the healers. Unlucky moment. We killed both of their healers. You get shattered, which is... Are you in the open? A little bit, but if you were picking out of here, you would have gotten hit anyway. So, not that big of a deal, and I'm okay with it. We end up killing... By the way, Bolt did make use of the Nano. And we end up winning the fight anyway, so... Good job. And Ryan's back. I would say you are maybe just a little bit too far forward. You don't want to be this close to the enemy team. It should be the other way around. Like, your Ryan should be here and you should be on the payload. Right? Like, absolutely. You have value from the payload always. You're a sniper, you've got basically infinite range. So if your Ryan is here and you're here, you can move the payload and still heal the Reinhardt, right? Still heal the McCree, heal the Mercy, throw a nade, throw a sleep. You got infinite range, whereas the Reinhardt on the payload has no value. Reinhardt should be here holding the choke, where he can get value really close to the enemy, and you can be on the payload, which will move by itself, will heal you a little bit in case you need it, and you still get value. So whenever you can, I'm sorry to say it, it is your job if you're playing Ana, Sen, or Bap to move the payload. Because that allows your tanks to move forward. Also, you just don't want to be close to the enemy with Ana or Sen, right? It's like, you are a sniper. Another sleep that you could have saved, I feel. Hold on. I believe he was on payload. For networks. He actually came back. Maybe he didn't say that he came back. But he's been back for a while. And he's been moving. He's not just standing still. He's holding right click. He's looking around. Now maybe he's fixing something. But if he went away, it was only for 1 second. Still, like, yeah. I'm just in general Even if Ryan was still on the payload, it would be on the payload. You don't want to be this close to the enemy team. Anywho, are you trying to sleep the Mercy? Don't go for the sleep on the Mercy, right? Like, this Ryan would have been a really good sleep. He's throwing a 5-strike. You could have saved it in case the enemy goes aggressive. You end up missing it on the Mercy, which again comes down to patience. Like, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Ana is in disadvantage against most other healers when it comes to brawl healing, right? In this case, you don't have a full brawl team, but you have like a little bit of brawl. They have a full brawl team. Even Hanzo is kind of brawly. Or at least Hanzo can play with the team and get value rather than being brawly. So like, a Baptiste on their side can easily get 3 times as much healing as you can, just because he's got AoE healing or Moira. Right? They can get 3 times as much healing as you can, but they don't have offensive cooldowns. Ana's big difference is that you've got cooldowns that will literally win fights. Moira's got an orb that does 300 damage, 300 healing, and Fade, which is an defensive ability for herself. Baptiste has the AoE regen, which also can do up to like 500 healing, which is insane. And he's got Emo. Both are defensive abilities. Both are geared towards keeping your team alive. Ana has less healing, right? The output of healing is like less, like both of them do 70 AoE. Ana does 70 per shot, not AoE. So whatever many people they get, that's how much more healing they are doing than you. But your cooldowns will literally win fights. A good anti-nade or a good sleep will win the fight. So rather than just tossing them out on a coin toss, and be like, well, maybe I can just happen to get it. Just wait for the opportunity. It's going to come. Like, you will have at least one window during a fight to use your cooldowns. And right now would be a really good window, by the way. Like, you could just sleep or nade this McCree, or rather the copy, and they waste an ultimate. It's literally just waste an ultimate. I know you really want to heal your McCree. I will be looking to. I know he's purple, by the way, but I didn't see it on your screen. So unless he's yelling I'm purple, I would be looking to my Rand because he was taking a lot of damage and they used grab. But, I stated earlier, like, you should focus on healing your main tank, whereas Mercy can usually focus on killing your DPS, unless your DPS are literally about to die. Because if your DPS are about to die, then you want to keep them alive. But in this case, McCree was not about to die. Like, he's definitely missing health. Don't get me wrong, but he's not about to die. There's nothing damaging him. He's got no risk. Whereas maybe if you could, well, like, when does the purple go away? Like, there is a chance maybe you keep your Rhine alive, especially with the nade, because you can do 100 plus 115 per shot for 3 shots, I believe, is how the math works out on the nade then follow up. If you just look at the Rhine, maybe throw the nade, maybe heal the Rhine, maybe you keep him alive. Instead, I'm not saying you are doing nothing, right? You are trying to kill the McCree, but I'm more concerned about your tanks, and especially because your Mercy is still alive. And in fact, your Mercy ends up trying to heal the Reinhardt, whereas you end up trying to heal the McCree, where it should be the other way around, because you just do more healing, right? Mercy does very little healing. Mercy can actually heal the McCree in like 3 seconds, but healing the Rhine will take her like 10 seconds. Whereas, like I said earlier, if you throw the nade and then take 3 shots, in about 3 to maybe 4 seconds, you can heal the Rhine for like 500 HP. And in this time, Mercy gets like 150 to 200. So, focus attacks. You even used the nade to top off a McCree that was missing 20 HP. Like, if I look at my crew right now, did you use the nade yet? No. No. So Marquis go. 63 HP. And you hit him twice, I think.
No one can hide from my sight.
Once? Twice. So you actually already healed him to full, right? How much? You actually already, well, not to full, because Macri has an extra 25, but you've healed him to 200. So you're using the nade for under 25 HP. This is very low value. You just use the nade to heal this Macri for under less than 25 HP. And this is what I mean when I say that you need to get value out of his cooldowns, right? Playing Ana, you really need to get value out of his cooldowns. I think this is probably a lost fight, by the way. Just get out. Yeah. Great shot from your Widow. This is a decent, like, look at this, right? This is a decent anti of the idea, I'm sorry, with the idea of, well, we can kill the Mercy now. Here's the question though, who's going to kill this Mercy? It's not like your team is nowhere near ready to go. Like, yeah, your Ryan's dead, but everyone else is kinda coming back, and Macree's here, Mercy's here, Widow's taking shots, we got one kill. So it's like, is this a good nade when no one can really follow up on it? Instead, why not just wait for their tanks to be like in a bad position and then you just nade their tanks? And maybe they cleanse with the 2 Zarya bubbles, but then you got 2 Zarya bubbles out of them. So like, I'm basically going to be repeating this a lot throughout the match because, like I said, your positioning is not bad. It's not perfect, but it's that you have the right idea with positioning. You want to be safe more than anything else and have a silent to heal your team. So your positioning is solid. Your mechanics are like pretty good, but mostly you are just using your cooldowns for like less value than you could be, and sometimes no value when you use the sleep. Like, imagine if you had the nade now, right? And you could throw it here, get the Zarya, get the Mercy. Could you get both? Maybe not. Maybe just the Zarya. But you could get the Zarya. Does she have bubble? She doesn't have bubble. Right, and that's no problem. That's what I'm here for. Like, if you had the nade now to hit the Zarya, she would be dead. Literally dead. Nothing their team can do about it. Like, 100 damage for the pile drive, she's at what? Sorry, let me get the actual Zarya. She's at 112. 100 damage for the pile drive, plus 60 from the nade, and she's dead. You just need to be more, yeah, like you said, you just need to be more patient. You turn around to heal the Widow, which is fine, it just takes one shot. Another random nade. Why did you use your sleep? I wasn't even looking. You know what? I'm not against this sleep. This sleep I'm okay with. Because you are using it at a high percentage chance. It just misses, like it actually threads the needle through everything. Which is very unfortunate. But this is a high percentage sleep, so I'm actually okay with this sleep. This sleep, okay. You threw it at the Rhine when the Rhine was turning around. So, good sleep, I approve. But the nade? No, I don't approve of nade. Random nade. Okay. Yeah, I just went through the hammer. Unlucky. Another high chance sleep. I think this one hit the pole. Like I said, shooting their sleeps at tanks is fine. You're very likely to hit them. At least you're more likely to hit them than to miss them because tanks are really big. I think this one hit the pole. Oh no, you just missed this one. Macree's done dropping the momentum of the Zarya, I just missed. But, you know, I'm fine with this one. It's like, and this nade is also, like, but this nade, I mean, throwing the nade on the Zarya could also be okay. because it's a guaranteed kill. She's dead anyway, you just shoot her, which is, even better, but... There again, your aim and position are pretty good. You could be using, like, a little bit more cover sometimes, like... You ended up here, then you went here, but I think this is fine. They don't really have a flanker other than Echo. The one I mean is that you ended up here and here for a long time. But it's just a tiny bit. Like, it's not, I don't think, something you should actively work on just yet. Unlucky for your Widow. You did miss a shot there, but no. I don't expect anyone to hit every shot. Random sleep. I will keep pointing this out. I want to drill it into your brain that using this and wasting them is losing you fights. You are not throwing fights, right? But if you hit a good sleep, then maybe there's a 10 to 15% chance higher you win the fight. If you hit a big nade, there's a 10 to maybe 20% chance higher you win the fight. So it's not like they are terrible mistakes, you are not throwing by any means, but getting value out of your cooldowns is a very important part of Ana, because otherwise she doesn't really stack up to Baptiste and Moira in terms of healing. At least not with Reinhardt. If you had a Monkey, of course I would be like, yeah, Monkey, you go Ana. You cannot heal him otherwise, unless it's like a 6-man dive with Monkey, Lucio, Moira. But the idea is that if you're going to be this close to the Reinhardt, both Moira and Baptiste just get more heal. But you have cooldowns that can win you fights. So that's the general idea. McCree's by himself, so he gets Steven, that's not your fault. Mercy tries to rest the McCree? I'm sorry, what happened here? He wasn't alone. He was with the Mercy, it's a 2v2. The McCree just gets deleted because Echo is inside. Also misses the flashbang. Okay, well, nothing you can do about that, I'll be honest. You even hit the Echo with one shot in the air. So literally nothing you can do about that. You did not everything you could, but like 99.9% of what you could do. Decent night, you get the Reinhardt. I would just nano my Rein here. Like, if you think this fight is winnable, I'm like, maybe it's actually winnable, right? Mercy's out of the fight. Widow is like... Widow has a... Oh wait, I thought she was in the window, but she should... On the window, on the bridge. She should go to the bridge eventually. If you think this fight is winnable, I would just nano the Rein. They use the bubble to cleanse the anti, so, I would just do it. Now your Rein is anti, so you don't... At this point, not winnable anymore. Not winnable anymore because your Rein is anti, and you trapped yourself as well. Just die, just die, just die, just die, just die. It's okay, just die. You're not going to survive this, just die. It's fine to accept death. If you get split from your team like this, just die. You're staggering yourself. Okay. Like... I'm not... you may think I'm against that nade. I'm actually okay with that nade. Mostly because you have to come back, your team has no healing. Maybe there's a tiny chance you can get value with it. But if you don't land this nade, it's like a lost fight anyway. Because your team just didn't wait for you. So I'm like... Is this a good nade? No, this is a bad nade. But at least I'm okay with it because you have to try to get value. Like, your team goes shattered, Wrecking Ball is very low. You have to try to get value. I don't think it's going to, but if it does, I'll be surprised. Unlucky. But yeah, I'm actually okay with that nade. Because your front line just got shattered. Okay, you are committed to the fight anyway, but my point, right? You have it back anyway. Okay, you know what? Good nano. You think the fight is winnable, you kill. I'm actually pretty okay with this sleep too, because even though it's not as high chance, McCree doesn't have any mobility. You do, however, look away from the McCree and just get killed in the open. I did just mention, I do think you could play a little closer to cover. I always go for those, but only for the shatter I was a little anxious. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Again, if you throw like a nade out of spawn and you're going to have it back by the time you are in the fight, I'm okay with those. Like, it may not get any value, but it's not actually hindering you because you'll get it back. This sleep is okay, but again, you are just kind of in the open. You could be playing with cover, and this time I do care now. I didn't mind as much before, but now I'm like, there's a McCree on the high ground who can see you, so you should just play with cover. You get resto and we kill the McCree and it's fine. Like, when it was a Hanzo, yeah, Hanzo can one-shot you, but it needs to be a good Hanzo to one-shot from a distance. Especially if you're dodging. But now that I have a McCree's hit scan, he's going to have a much easier time hitting you. Random sleep. There's an echo to your right, you tap the echo. I would just get out of here, by the way. Like, you don't want to have to stack up against Echo Mercy. And you're kind of isolated. Like, you have a Widow. Actually, McCree is coming to help you. But you basically just have a Widow and yourself. You double tap the Echo. She goes for the copy on the... okay. You know what? You got the copy out, so... That's just you on having good aim, by the way, so great job with your aim. Anti is okay, mostly because you are dueling for your life. The problem with this is that, of course, your tanks are getting no healing. But at the very least, you are 2v1ing, so Widow and McCree are kind of here as well. That sleep, again, I'm like very low percentage, very low chance. Nade yourself. Good nade. Okay. You actually won the 2v1. Well, not a true 2v1, but like your Widow didn't do a lot, and I don't know what your McCree was doing. Your Widow just popped sides and didn't hit a shot. And your McCree went back to your team. So that was actually a really good 2v1. I'd rather you avoid taking those because, like I said, it does put your team in a situation where you have no healing, which is why your Rhine died. Like, if I go back a little bit and look at your Rhine, you are just confused. But if I look at your Rhine is getting mulled up. Like, they've got 2 frontline people, they've got McCree versus basically only Reinhardt. Your McCree is going away as well for some reason to chase the Echo. So it's basically only Reinhardt with Mercy healing. And that's kind of a problem. But at least your Wrecking Ball got a kill, and it's like, yeah. Your Ryan died because he had no healing, for sure. Well, he had Mercy healing, but Mercy is not enough to keep him alive. Just to put it in numbers, Ryan swings at 85 damage, and you can do 70 per shot, so you can reduce a normal Ryan to only 15 damage per swing. With Nano, Ryan goes from 85 to 37, so about 130, of which you can reduce to 60 per swing. So it's like, on a Ryan v Ryan, having an Ana is very impactful, or having a Moira, or having a Baptiste is a very impactful thing. Which is why I'm saying, like, am I against you playing here? A little bit, mostly because they have, like, the Echo who can flank you, and you are leaving your tanks alone. So I'm like, this is the first time I'm like, your positioning may not be the best. I don't know why you came all the way here. I have an answer, like, you plan to take this and be like, okay, I can heal my team and be safe. Or maybe you just wanted to get to this high ground, right? And be like, okay, I can heal my team and be safe, but just maybe not go, maybe don't go for such a long rotation when your team is actually going in. But, like, you still got a lot of value from your rotation. Like, this may actually still be a winnable fight. That could be a good sleep. Yeah, there you go. That's a good sleep. Did it miss? The church high ground? Yeah, you were going for the high ground then. It's just a very long rotation. If you have the time to make it, that's probably fine, but in this case, the enemy was already coming back. Where did that sleep though? Where did that sleep go though? I want to see that sleep. Okay, it just missed. The shield was late, the sleep just missed. This is the second one where the game is like, you know what, Reinhardt's hammer and Reinhardt's shield do actually not count as part of his hitbox, so you cannot shoot the hammer, you cannot shoot the shield. I mean, you can shoot the shield, like the actual shield, just not the shield on his body, you know what I mean. Just very unlucky. Okay, Nate. And now maybe we just try to work out. They have point advantage. He runs kind of back, but that's a really good nade. But yeah, like you're in a really bad position now because they have Echo and McCree who can come get you. Really, you're probably dead to the. Never mind. I was gonna say you're probably dead to the Echo, but you are not dead to the Echo. You just leave the Echo. Really good job. Now don't wake her up. Get someone else to kill her. Nice. The Mercy went a little too early. Please tell me you don't die to this. You do not die to this, but oh my god, that Mercy. Anywho, not your fault. And we do win the fight. And you did have a big impact on this fight. You did pretty well. It's your first rotation made you be in like a really weird position through the the Mercy was the pain of me. It's just your first rotation was the problem, because you ended up like very isolated from your team. Then you managed to win a 1v1 or even a 2v1 against Echo twice, which is not something I would expect, but you know, if it works. Decent nano. McCree dies. You do miss the shot. Would it have kept him alive? Probably not. So I'm okay with it. Random sleep. Good shot. Like again, your mechanics are really good. I think your mechanics are the best part of your gameplay. And your positioning has been solid. Not perfect, but solid. I think it's just your cooldown uses that could use like a little work. Like even this nade, right? Like what's this nade intend to accomplish? Heal above you. Okay, we don't heal above you, but it's fine. They hide from you, like it's fine. Unlucky. Nothing you can do about that one. Throw the nade. Good nade. Don't go for the Rhine kill before healing your Rhine. I know the Rhine was very low, it's just very unfortunate, but yeah, we just get out. Also, I haven't been through like a third of this yet. I'm like a fourth. So I'm going to speed out just a little bit. This is very aggressive. Like, your Rhine is coming back. Don't go this aggressive. Like, your team is coming back. And you're kind of just by yourself. You could die here. In fact, you have been forced to use your own cooldown to keep yourself alive. Just because you didn't get away. You didn't get out early enough, right? You didn't get out when you had the opportunity. And you coasted your team, the nade and the buff. That's how much you should have gotten out early. Even like just here. Just here is fine. Because the enemy has to go here to even shoot at you. So even this much and then you come back is fine. Just don't stay fighting because you're not a high damage hero. I think this is you being like, my coach told me to DPS more, right? So you're trying to stay on DPS. But your DPS is actually not that good. Especially not before the fight. And especially not if it makes you have a very bad position and just almost get killed. Right, going aggressive, doing more damage is fine, but you have to stay alive first. Like, staying alive is still your priority. It's not like doing 70 damage is going to change things, but you dying is going to change things. So, if you actually want to shoot at the enemies more, which I'm not sure you should shoot at the enemies more, but if you want to, you should wait until your team is in the fight, right? Until we have a resource advantage. And you can allow yourself to make the choice, do I give this 70 healing to my tank, who is not going to die if I miss one shot, right? Or do I use this 70 damage to kill someone who is very low? That's the decision you have to make. But if you just trade damage when you're very far away, it's like you're not going to kill anyone, and your damage is maybe going to get you a little bit of value here, but also gets them more value by just healing. So it's not a big deal when you just do damage from far away or before the fight happens, where you can actually use this damage, and again, your mechanics are really good. So I would like to say this, because again, your mechanics are really good. Is when the fight is actually breaking out, you can take the time of, instead of healing your tank for one shot, which so long as like if your Reinhardt is at like 200 health, you probably want to kill your Reinhardt. He's going to die if you ignore him. But if your Reinhardt's at like 300, 350, you could top him off. But if you see someone that's low, you can take a shot. Maybe one shot. Maybe get the kill. Maybe you shoot Diana, right? If you shoot Diana behind... Why is she on the ground? Did she get shattered? She got shattered. Maybe if you hit Diana, then you can pressure Diana, right? Maybe someone else can pressure Diana if she's 1 HP. Maybe Diana was very low anyway and you kill her, right? That's just an example. Hold on, where did you use your sleep? I want to check that as well. Oh, here. On the bubbled rank who's chasing you. I'm asking because if you had it now, you could have just left this shrine and got me a free kill. Right, so again, was it a wasted sleep? No. Because you did shoot it at the rank who was going aggressive, he just got bubbled. It's just kind of unfortunate, but I would have probably kept the sleep. Still, like, I'm not blaming you for using that sleep. Like, the other ones, yeah, I'm like, you definitely could have gotten more value out of the other ones. This one is just like, yeah, okay, you want to stay alive, you were panicking. This is a great nade, just throw the nade. Nade is good, good job. They grab, but they have no follow-up. Well, they have stickies. Still very winnable, and look at that, you just leave the the nano copied. Was it nano? I think she got nano. Who got nano? Oh, the Ryan got nano. We just cancelled the nano. So really well done, by the way. Copies Ryan. Takes a lot of damage. And you try to sleep them, but they just get, yeah. Good sleep. You can just go for the guaranteed sleeps and you get a ton of value. Like, this Echo took a ton of damage as they were falling down, which is, you know, unfortunate for them. But the sleep just sealed the deal. It was like, yeah, you don't get to use your ultimate at all. And the rest of McCree, and we're actually up this fight. So, again, your mechanics are really good. I would just like to see you play with cover, like, especially if you're going to go aggressive. Play with cover a little bit more. And save your cooldowns for, like, good situations. Random nade, right? I feel like you could climb, like, a lot. Well, you know, I think you said you're a Master Sana. I think you could climb, like, 2 to 300 SR. Which is a lot at your rank. Just by keeping your cooldowns a little bit more for, like, the right opportunity. Seeing your team. Who did you nano? Did you nano Symmetra? Love nano. Well, it wasn't Symmetra. Oh yeah, it was Symmetra. Love nano Symmetra. She's so freaking scary. Yep. She doesn't get a kill. Oh, how did you die? Oh, you just go by yourself. You try to go aggressive. And again, you don't want to, like, again, staying alive is the biggest priority. If you can do damage, if you can get cleans up, figure us over them, Ryan. I mean, I like Nano Symmetra. We don't get the kill, but we basically break their shield. We take a lot of resources out. It's a good call. I'm okay with the Nano Symmetra. I'm not okay with this. Because again, you just want to stay alive. And you missed the sleep as well. That wasn't a bad sleep. He just actually had his 1 mobility. I thought it was the coach thing. I just thought I should have damage here. If you want to do damage, you could try to do it from, like, here a little bit. This is just very risky, right? Because you're isolating yourself. No one from your team can actually help you. So if you want to go aggressive, I'm okay with you like staying safe first because you just don't want to die. Like if you die, if you're dead, your team just dies. Like your Mercy cannot keep this front line alive. Now we just have a brawl front line. So your Mercy cannot do this by herself. Even you probably, honestly, now that you have Ryan, McCree, Symmetra, Zarya, even you probably cannot keep everyone alive by yourself. Because there's so much damage coming forwards, but you can still win the fights with good sleeps and good antis. But yeah, don't do this. Because again, yeah, you're trying to go aggressive at the cost of your life. Don't put your own life at risk to in exchange for trying to do like 70 damage. Then McCree just chases you and shoots at you. Now you're kind of trying to get out, but are you gonna get stunned? Or are you just gonna get headshot? At least you managed to back out, but then he just stuns you, right? Oh, you don't even back out all the way. You come back to duel this McCree. Don't duel McCree. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this. If he were like 70 HP or less, I'll be like, okay, yeah, you can try to kill McCree, but he's full HP. Don't duel a full HP McCree because you're just gonna die. Yeah. Maybe Mercy can get the rest of you. Yep, no. Mercy does not get the rest on you. Random nade, but I'm okay with this one because you're probably not going to need it for the next 10 seconds. Right? Like I said earlier, if you're not gonna need it, I'm okay with you using it to get a little bit of value.
Get back in the fight.
And again, your mechanics are just really good. You've missed a couple of shots because everyone misses shots, but both unscoped and in-scoped, your mechanics are pretty solid. That's a very big wasted opportunity, by the way. I know you're throwing the nade at the right, but there's like 2 people in this graph right here. I thought you were moving forward to actually shoot the nade at them. Like, right about here. I was like, yo, great grab. We are keep moving. I practice very hard on mechanics. I'm just focusing games on positioning. But again, I don't think your positioning is terrible. I think you could do better in the sense of taking cover and, you know, mostly just that. Playing a little bit more with cover. But your cooldowns are the part of the game that I think need a little bit more work. And I will say, like, usually your nades are going the way you meant it to be. Your sleep aim is not bad. It's just that sometimes you're getting a very long range sleep, which is not going to hit anyone who can just move out of the way. But yeah, that nade, not good. That nade, really good. Like, look at this. Or could have naded the Rhine when he was on the floor. By the way, you could have slept this Rhine. This is the one time where I'm like, yeah, that's a really good idea. Just sleep the Rhine when he gets countercharged. Why do you not? You're reloading? Sleep. Just sleep him. Just sleep him. Just sleep him. Just sleep the Reinhardt. Just sleep the enemy Reinhardt. Your Reinhardt has a whole Symmetra wall in front of him. So you choose to just kill the Rhine. Imagine if you had slept the Reinhardt. He even got nanoed. Can you sleep him now at least? He shatters everyone. And the sleep misses by like very little. You scope in, because the further away someone gets, the harder it is to kill them. And we do manage to get alive. Get out alive. So, you're going to take the teleporter to the high ground. Good job. Again, keep in mind that this is probably better because cover. This is just very exposed. And they do have an Echo and a McCree who can kill you up here. This is just very exposed. It's not a bad position. Like, you can shoot a lot. It's a very aggressive position, right? Like, a creepy in here would be insane. My creep can just shoot at things. This part I wasn't proud of. Oh no. Another random nade. I will keep pointing them out because you keep throwing them out. I panic a lot here. Let's see what happens. This looks like a one fight. Another random sleep. Well, not random. You are throwing it clearly at the Zarya. She's got bubble flow. Wait for your window. Again, you will have a window to use this during a fight. You don't have to use them as early as, like, as soon as you see the enemy. If you just wait a little bit and have patience, you will be able to just get a really good one in. Like, imagine, like, I'm going to say, as soon as this Zarya's bubble goes down, then anything is getting hammered in, don't worry, good. My example will be, as soon as this bubble goes down, I throw my nade. I don't just throw it early, I throw it like as soon as I see the opportunity. In this case, the Zarya would not be able to push forward, she has no healing. So it would be... Oh, don't drop though. Like, I know I said that this was a bad position. Dropping just means you cannot get your cooldown. I guess you just don't have cooldowns anymore. But, yeah. Just high ground usually better. But, like, imagine if you are throwing it now, right? Your Ryan is going aggressive, 3 people are here, they're using rally. You could prevent them from getting healed. It could be really good. You panic here because you just used all of your cooldowns? Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, I know what cities are, don't worry. Your Ryan is just going to die. Everyone gets purpled. By the way, let's make use of the fact that they have a Nana and look into this fight from their point of view.
I wasn't cut out for retirement anyways.
So their mechanics are already like the first shot they took, they already missed. So their mechanics are probably worse than yours. I feel like your mechanics are really good. Not only because you're masters, but even higher than average for like 3700. So I don't think your mechanics are like going to be a problem until like 4K. Just that your game senses. Another, okay. Barely hits that one. But this nade was just like... The sleep is random, yeah. I think maybe they were going for the Rhine that was charging but just missed. If they were going for the Rhine that was charging and just missed, that's the right idea. Big target is to hit, but just misses. I always thought it was my issue for a while until they hit this rank. No, your mechanics are really good. Like, your mechanics are better than mine. That's probably not very... I'm a big brain. I'm a big brain boy. Not that much a mechanics boy. I played like 3600 support just on, big brain, but my mechanics are not the best part of my gameplay. Still, that's my question too. Yeah, your mechanics are like 4K mechanics. I feel like what's holding you back is just saving your cooldowns. And yeah, we were going to back here because could have thrown the nade here if they really wanted to, right? They see the Rhine charging, see the Zarya, throw the nade immediately. But they don't. They just wait. Oh, look at this. They have no shield. This is a perfect time to throw the nade. Right? And they throw the nade. And it hits everyone. It's such a good nade from them. Because they didn't just throw it at the first line of, well, I can hit the Reinhardt with this nade. You try to keep your Zarya alive, you have to reload. Good nade, just nano your Rhine here. Just pop it, yep. Random sleep. I feel like you just threw the sleep at the crab without aiming it because there was a crab. Nice, and you do manage to full cap. Yeah, okay.
Initiating match. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
My worst or live confident moment. It's okay. And we still have like a whole... It's already been an hour and I do want to see the second Overwatch League match, so I'm going to speed through the defense a little bit more. Taking a couple of shots is fine, you heal your Hanzo. This is okay, just again, you're playing safe, trying to not pick the Echo a lot, because you know Echo. Randoms, oh fuck, I was not, there we go. The random sleep, not that much value. I'm glad to be here to help, that's what I'm here for. This nade may get value, but it's still just a random nade. Yeah, it got value, but it just felt like a random nade. It felt like I see enemy, I throw nade. It was a decent window, you still got it out, and you know, it got a lot of value, but I just feel like you don't even see the Ryan and the Rothog. You just throw it out there and it just hits them. They both just walk forward toward the corner and it hits both of them. So it was just lucky. But you know what? Sometimes luck is good. Echo still kills your answer, but we kill the Rhine. You pressure the Echo. Your Rhine was out of your outside. That's not on you. That's on Rhine. There is a don't. Do you remember what I said? Don't do the McCree. Don't do the McCree. Okay. Let's watch until you come back. You try to kill your Rhine. You try to sweep the Hog. Were you going for the Hog or for the Mercy? If you were going for the Hog, you just missed. If you're going for the Mercy, don't go for the Mercy. Go for the Hog. Decent nade. Like the ramping purple should mean we can kinda kill him. For the Hog, yeah, then it's just an unlucky miss. It's definitely the right call. You have to reload, which is a problem, but you had to read. Oh, unlucky. This is a very long range hook. Yes, miss like I think. This was, by the way, this was clearly not meant for you. I will say that. Like clearly not meant for you. It was meant for the Hanzo. So he heals. He gets nanoed. I don't know if you see that. See what? Hanzo's quick could switch me. Let's look at that. It was clearly meant at Hanzo. I will say that. I could tell that it was clearly meant at Hanzo. But no, I just want to see it. Okay, it was 100%. That was probably just your ping. By the way, like sometimes it happens that ping in Overwatch, ping in Overwatch favors the attacker, right? So when the Hanzo pressed the button to throw the hook, you were in this position, or well, not when he threw the button to throw the hook, but when the hook landed, you were in this position, the Hanzo was in this position. So even if you have low ping, you play at 125, so you don't even play at low ping, but even if you play at 30 ping, what you see is different than what it actually is. Get an Ethernet soon, so hopefully better. By the way, it's insane to me that you play. Your mechanics are this good. Well, maybe not at 125. I play at 200 in an A. So maybe not. But your mechanics are definitely better than mine at 125 ping. So your mechanics are really good to be playing at 125 ping. It's not insane, but yeah, Wi-Fi ping. Anywho, the point is that yeah, like let's not use the Hog. Let's use like a Widow headshot. Even if on your screen they missed, on their screen they hit. And the game favors the attacker. So because on their screen they hit the shot, even though you were probably dodging it by like 0.3 of a second, well 0.1 of a second at 100 ping. Yeah, it just hits you anyway. Ping favors the attacker. That's what happened here. And he just died. Very unlucky. Really good trap dragons, but it was probably a lost fight already. Again, another nade that I am okay with. Because you're not like it's already at 5 seconds. You are going to have it back 100% before the next fight. That's a low percentage, like a low chance sleep that actually hits. Did it actually hit? It hit, right? I heard the sleeping noise. Did your soldier just wake her up without throwing the rocket? Okay then. This is not your fault. That's a pretty good sleep. I would not have gone for that lead. Like, if it were like the middle of the fight, I would say that's a bad sleep. I can't though, because the fight is so far away. You can probably allow yourself to use your cooldowns now because you're not going to need them for like at least 8 seconds. So it's going to be on a 3-second cooldown when the fight starts at the very, very earliest. I'm just upset that this moment that made me cry inside. Yeah, why would you not rocket the Echo first? Just rocket the Echo. And then you just kill her, you just clean her up. That's not on you, that's unlucky, but definitely fine. This is on you though, just get out. Don't do the Roadhog. He just killed you, just get out. Okay, just get out, okay, good, you get out. Random nade, don't do this. Again, your cooldowns are really, really viable. Yeah, absolutely. Sleeping Echo, 120 burst damage. Then you just clean up the Echo? Absolutely. Random nade. 10 seconds and the fight is maybe happening soon. Like, is it a big deal that you don't have the nade for 3 seconds? It's not a huge deal. But it is a big deal. Because maybe you have a perfect window here. Like right now. Like, if you had thrown your nade right now, maybe you could have gotten like a lot of people. At the same time, I'm also like, maybe this nade isn't that good because your team is not really in that good of a position to follow up yet. So I'm eating my own words to tell you, I think this would have hit like 3 people, but at the same time, I don't know we could have gone in on it. Your range is shielding for some reason. Random sleep, don't do that. Random nade, don't do that. You hit the Rhine, but like again, we cannot really push on this, right? Even if you had hit the Anachi, like it's only the soldier who can actually do any damage to them. They're very far away.
The pain is get in there.
I'm okay with that. Like we use Visor and Nano, and you get out. Because I don't know where the Hanyun is. I was gonna say I don't know where the Hanyun is. You haven't seen the McCree yet. Oh, your soldier is going to die. Your soldier just dodged. And he's got his own ultimate, so you know, good job. You hide, good job. Don't stay here for too long though, because when the payload goes forward, you're going to be isolated from your team, so be very careful. Start rotating out, just rotate out. Don't use your cooldowns, just get out. Don't worry, okay. Unless I'm wrong. I feel like no one could have, like, unless he got hooked off the high ground, he just jumped off. Why did you jump off here? There's no way he didn't jump off. Why did he jump off? Like, please. Do you really need to do 30 damage to the Reinhardt that much? That's just sad. And then, by the way, slept into a hook, into a nade, charge. That's how much they hated this guy. Okay. Yeah, nothing you can do about that. At least you managed to get out while he healed me. Oh, that's silly. That's just silly. He went from literally full HP, nano to dead. I'm sorry, what do you mean, dude? You went from full HP to dead. What else do you want? Hooked into a nade, into a charge. I honestly thought they were throwing from here on out. I will see about that. You at least use the time to rotate properly, and you do healing, you do healing. Another random sleep. I'm not gonna say this is a random nade. I feel like you threw your nade out to hit your Rothog, and I'm okay with that.
Get real.
I'm okay with you keeping your Rothog alive with nade. So the very big thing with Ana is that, yeah, you can use, like, this one is only offensively, right? But you can use this defensively or offensively depending on the situation. So I'm okay with you doing that. By the way, Ana's healing is doubled through this window as well, just so you know. Any bullet that goes through it, it's doubled. If you throw the nade, by the way, maybe you didn't know, if you throw, I'm sure you knew, you just didn't recognize it as such. If you throw the nade through here, it also does double healing and double damage, which is insane. So, yeah. I'm not saying do it every time, because sometimes you will just not get value by throwing the nade randomly, as we've seen. But if you throw the grenade, yeah, like your actual grenade, through this, it does 120 damage and 200 healing. So it can be really impactful. Just keep it in mind. I'm pretty sure it works for literally everything. I should try it out, but I believe that anything that has a projectile, like a bullet, or like a hit scan bullet even, will get double damage, double healing to this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it works that way. So like Moira doesn't, Zen doesn't, right? Mercy doesn't, Brigitte doesn't. It's only Ana and Baptiste. Lucio doesn't. It's literally only Ana and Baptiste who get the double healing synergy, because everyone else just doesn't have projectile healing. Mercy has a beam, Moira has Piss, Brigitte has Pax.
Watching your back.
Another random sleep, another random nade. Just not in time to the window. Sad. Maybe yes in time? Like, oh, hold on. Do you get in time? You did not get in time. Like, that nade is just, again, just kind of random. You saw there are 3 people here, I throw the nade. Did it get value? It got some value. But it could have gotten more value. We just kinda lose this, right? It looks like it's a lost fight. Yeah, just a lost fight. You can throw your cooldowns and down the payload. Throw out your cooldowns, down the payload. Throw out your cooldowns, down the payload. You get a mini, that's okay. Throw out your cooldowns, down the payload. Reprotog, yeah, he got pinned off the map, but you know what, it's fine. Shattered. You missed the sleep. I'm okay with this one, like, she's close enough that this is just a skill shot rather than a real low percentage shot. She's close enough that you can hit this consistently. You just missed, and you just die. Also F. That was a random one though. Like, that was clearly a random sleep. Which, I wonder if you couldn't just have killed the Echo instead of trying to sleep her. Like, you heal the Hanzo, quick shot, nice. Quick scope, sorry, nice. You heal the Hanzo, instead of sleeping, just shoot at the Echo. She's like in the middle of the air, just shoot at the Echo. Random sleep needs a counter. Maybe if I had known, I would have done the random sleep, but we can be like 90%. It's not quite a counter, but you know. You try to predict it, but again, it's very difficult to hit a sleep at this range. Instead, just shoot the Echo, because she goes very low here, I believe. Like, you hit, you would have killed the Echo. Absolutely. Just shoot at her. Rather than going for low percentage the robot throws, I just missed them. Rather than going for low percentage sleeps, just go for high percentage shots. Because again, a shot does 70 damage, and if you don't have to be healing your teams, you can be doing damage. You could have just killed the Echo. And I trust, like, your mechanics have been pretty good. I trust that your mechanics, and by pretty good, I mean pretty good for 3700, like higher than 3700. So I trust that you would hit the Echo with one or even two shots. That's a cute nade around the corner, but it's not a good nade. Because you don't know what's coming. So it's a cute nade. It's a cute play. Maybe they will not expect it. It's just that it's not actually valuable unless you hit something. And it's low chance. I would rather just skip it for the fight. Unlucky. I'm going to throw that cute nade actually cast your hands on July, I believe. Because you could have been killing him. Maybe your Bab could have been healing him too. I don't know what happened here. He also probably just... Someone of them said they were pushing and I think they were here. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate. If you acted on info, I'm more okay with it. Yeah, if you acted on someone saying they're pushing around the corner, I'm more okay with it. But you going to throw this nade basically means that Hanzo has no healing for a moment. Where's your Baptiste? Your Baptiste is in your tanks and he also ignores the Hanzo. Oh, he's trying to heal this soldier, so that's why he ignores the Hanzo. And you are looking at your tanks, and everyone ignores this poor little Hanzo, who just gets beamed down after the stickies. It's not a big deal, and again, if someone say they're coming around the corner, I understand why you went for the nade, but it's a cute play. If it had worked, it would have looked really good, right? Oh, I naded them around the corner, and my tanks dropped them with the nano Rhino, and we just killed them. It could have been a pretty cute play, just not always the best play. That's a free kill, by the way. Well, maybe not a free kill. Yeah, he's got more than 70 HP. But I would take a single shot at this Hanzo. No one in your team is low enough that you have to heal them. I did just call McCree a Hanzo. But yeah, you can take a shot at this McCree. Like, your Baptiste doesn't need your healing right now. And McCree was very low, so you could have put more pressure. And this is one of the times where I'm like with your coach, what your coach said. I'm like, yeah, you can take one shot at this McCree. Maybe even two shots at this McCree. Right? Because no one in your team really needs the healing that much. Hanzo Cowboy.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Okay. That's a good sleep. That's a really good sleep. Now you heal Baptiste because he does need it. You don't have to worry about healing the soldier because he's nanoed. He's got his own healing and he's got a mini. Soldier called this like the nano soldier. And my guess is that he was... Yeah, my guess is that he just thought he could get it with the nano. Kind of like how you can nano Genji into a blade. That's my guess. But yeah, he did not even have the rocket. Like, the rocket is not quite a one shot, but it's like 180. It's pretty good with the nano. I mean, he just dueled an Ana from long range with the nano. Yeah, the timing was a little odd. Throw the rocket, please. I'm sorry we are not watching you, but... There's the rocket, now you got it. Okay, use it. Get Diana. No, Diana. Oh my god, please get Diana. Don't go for the tanks. You're not gonna kill the tanks without headshots. Diana was such a good target. Okay, don't mind me. Okay. You don't have your sleep. But you did get a good sleep before, so I can't complain. You did sleep the McCree in the open, which was a really good sleep. I agree with that sleep. It's just very unlucky. It's just very unlucky. Sleep? Sleep? Good sleep, yes. Solid sleep. I'm okay with that nade. Again, you don't have to get like a huge nade to get value. Removing McCree from the fight just means they don't have any more damage, so I'm okay with that. Man, I will say this soldier is hard to watch. Oh yeah. I will say your scoped aim is really good, but your unscoped aim is just... That's where I'm like, holy shit, this is good. Because you are missing less shots unscoped than actually scoped. I feel like the invulnerability is unneeded. I just think that she can't move, so they give her like kind of like the mercy rest because she is just like you just kill her. You basically just kill her. I call it shit. No, it's so good. It's when I'm like shit. This is so good. Not. I'm sorry phrasing, okay? No, your unscoped aim is actually where I'm like, holy fuck, this is so good. Like, your scoped aim is really good, your unscoped aim is even better. Okay, so you throw the nade. Good sleep, again, high percentage on the Rothog, he gets shattered too, but it's fine. And we just win this? We just win this. Nice. I think that's one of the first times I've heard you swear. Oh, you know. That's a lie. I've definitely swore before. I swear a lot. I actually swear a lot. I just try to tone it down during coaching because you know I want to come out nice. This is a Christian stream. Please no swearing. You guys cannot swear, but I'll swear regardless. You swear way more when you coach? No, I swear more when I don't coach. Don't go for that nade, because you're wasting a 10-second cooldown on a slow chance to kill her. Then your hands are killed her anyway. Also, I don't think you would have even killed her with that nade. Like, you hit one shot, so she takes the damage. She's at 111, 112, 100. And yeah, the nade would not have killed her. So, even though I would not have gone for the nade, even if it had killed her, because it's just a chance that she will, you will hit, you would not even have killed her. And then the Hanzo kills her anyway. Your Rothog fell, which is unlucky. Everyone gets shattered, but there's a dragon. Sleep the Reinhardt, sleep. Oh my god. Do you get the sleep off? Ah, you just missed it. It's understandable. You got shattered and I imagine you were smashing the sleep button when you got that. The Rand died anyway. Good night. We kill him anyway. Like, in this case, I'm like, it's not a chance to kill. Not a single shot was plucked this match. Unfortunate. I'm coming back though, like, to the idea of throwing your nade at someone that made you make kill. Like, on the Echo, it was a chance because she was going behind the cover, right? She was disengaging. On the other hand, I'm like, this McCree is just a free nade as soon as he steps forward. Like, that's a good nade. It's like guaranteed to hit. That's why I'm a lot more okay with now. I sleep use my scroll wheel. I don't know if it's important for your sleep or not. No. Whatever is more comfortable for you is fine. It's more about the timing and the chance of taking them than the actual aim of the sleep. But yeah, this nade is good because you know you're gonna hit. You're 199% gonna need to hit. You actually hit your. By the way, you hit your solid with the healing. It's just the McCree. He doesn't have enough health to survive anyway. But you killed McCree. We killed McCree. Yeah. Don't do the mercy. Just get out. Just get out. I think you thought that was their Reinhardt. Oh, also this is really bad. I did not see Rothog on your screen, which is why I didn't notice him before. Like, you don't see the Rothog, I don't think. You actually check, and there is no one. And when you drop, you can see the Rothog for one frame sneaking under you. But yeah, my take from this is don't just go this aggressive. Like, my take from this is you just went very aggressive, and you did not have to go this aggressive. So you tried to sleep. It was a little late. I feel like you tried to sleep the Reinhardt. I feel like you just saw Reinhardt in front of you and you heard the nano. So you were like, oh fuck, they're nanoing the Reinhardt and tried to go for it. You survive, which is solid. That's a good nade. Great nade, in fact. But yeah, just go back to your team. Nice. Your man dies, but it's okay. You thought it was the enemy Rhine. Yeah. You just you tried to sleep your own Rhine because you thought it was. You thought your Rhine was the Rhine, and both teams do have both heroes, so you know definitely can be confusing. But you get that line, which is solid. Just get out, though. Do get out. I'm okay with that sleep, but please get out. It's just please get out. You don't want to stay here. Maybe you do, actually. The Rhine went back to main. If the Rhine had pushed you, you would be dead. Like, you would be pretty much in danger. But you end up managing to keep the position. Okay, never mind. We end up dropping. That's a pretty decent nade. And again, I'm okay with this one. Like, this is a very likely to kill one. So I'm okay with this shot into nade into another shot. Yeah, look at that. Good job. Again, if your team doesn't need healing, yeah, you can go for the duels. Just don't go for duels that will kill you 100% of the time. Echo without Mercy, like with Mercy, probably not. Without Mercy, maybe. Maybe depending on the situation. Get the Mega. Or the Mini, not the Mega. You are checking behind you, that's fine. You should have gotten the Mini for sure, like... It is in my instinct to just get the Mini before rotating. Just in case. Because... If you die because you're missing 10 HP, it's going to be very sad. This soldier really wanted every single nano, huh? Like, this soldier was in your ear, like, give me the nano, every time. He does get the Reinhardt at least. This is risky. I understand the sleep, it's a low chance, but you go for the sleep, it's fine. But this is... Never mind, you just kill him, good job. It's still very dangerous though. Like, I didn't expect him to cross, this is my line of thought. You were going to duel this McCree, and I thought... This McCree is going to go for the Mega, and you're going to chase him, and he's just gonna kill you. Right? That's what I thought. I didn't think he was just going to do this. Because he tries to go forward again, I thought he was going to go for the Mega. And he doesn't, and you just kill him.
You're going to be okay.
You should reset your position if you can. Okay, you do. That's solid. Now you're safe. As soon as I see him stop, I need it. Good.
This is going to hurt.
Like, the nade was really good. I just didn't realize he was coming back forward. That's why I say don't chase the McCree.
Nano boost is charging. Take your
So you kill the Rhine. You try to kill the Rhine. That's unfortunate. Decent nade. Doomfist is a very important target. Random sleep number 226, yeah. This is another one, but this is not random. One dollar hit. This one looks like it may hit. This one looks like it may hit. If you had thrown it right away, it may have hit. That was not random though, I'll give you that. Doomfist is scary as fuck. Uncontested Doomfist is scary. Using your sleep on Doomfist is a good idea. You missed it. I thought you could hit it. You missed it because you shot before you were sleeping. But I think the idea was good. And you just have to go contest, like no one else is contesting. Oh, never mind, your Wrecking Ball is contesting. So this is just, no one said I'm touching. And you went, I have to touch. This is just a communications issue. I am sure that if your Wrecking Ball... Yeah, I am sure that if your Wrecking Ball had called I'm touching, you would not have done this, so it's okay. My DPS said, why didn't you touch? Well, because they're silly. Like, especially this guy. You heal your Hanzo, which is solid. Like, I don't expect Hanzo to touch, right? But I don't expect you to touch either. I'm like, both of you are probably dead if you step forward to a freaking Reinhardt. Well, your ball could say, hey, guys, I'm touchy. Would if I've gotten there? I think your Wrecking Ball would have gotten there, by the way. With like 0.59. Okay, and we just lose here, right? You guys get attack rounds too? Okay. I'm going to speed through the attack rounds again. If we lose this, we start again. This has gone on for too long. No, okay. I really want to finish this one. I'm not going to leave you hanging with the last 3 minutes. I'll just speed through them. Unlucky. You get the healing, that's solid.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Your rotation was out in the open, don't worry about it. Random sleep. It's fine, I get... fuck, what are the words? I really like doing coaching, so like, when I get higher level coaching games, I'm like, yes, I can focus on the minor details. Because for most games, I spend most of the coaching just doing macro. So I appreciate when I can do a micro.
I will leave you here.
Kill your Rhine, yeah, this good. Kill your Rhine, that's fine. You send me some sometime. Yeah, you do. I'll send you some next time. Yeah. Feel free to, Arjun. I don't think I can coach you, but I think I can give you advice. Random sleep, number 305. Healing is fine. You use your nade because you're not getting healed, so it's solid. This is probably why you thought he was throwing, right? You started out in silver? Oh, nice. You coached me before and this is good. The last time I coached you, Arjun, I very clearly said, this is not me coaching you. You know more than I do. This is just me giving my advice. Anywho, yeah, let's just watch this. Nanomacri is solid. That random sleep actually hit, but it was an tank, so I'll take it. So that's not random sleep, it's sleep on tank. Think different things. You try to keep the Echo Mercy under check by yourself, which is not ideal. I'm not sure about that nade. Like, you need the healing, sure, but your team's about to get run over. That's a random sleep. You touch because you have to. Okay, and this is how far we get it. Let's see if you win or lose. Looking at the time back, I'm going to guess you lose. You play Mercy. That's a choice. I'm guessing you play Mercy because we have an Echo there. Which makes perfect sense, by the way. I would definitely play Mercy with Echo. I'm sad because your mechanics are so good and you don't get to play with your mechanics on Mercy. But if you actually thought the APS screamed at me too, it sucked, ignore them. Like, if you don't want to... Like, your mechanics are so good. Like, you'll be getting so much value. I would just be like... Is this open queue? I shouldn't be. No, this is 2-2-2. Yeah, this is just 2-2-2. This is normal games. I'm trying to find why you said it's open queue. But I see 2-2-2, and I've only seen 2-2-2. Something about open division. Now open division is, different. You know what open division is. You cannot tell me you don't know what open division is, Arjun. You know what open division is. You played in open division, right, Arjun? Yeah, esports. Oh, I will introduce you to each other. Appy, team player, person I'm reviewing right now. Arjun, he was actually my coach at some point. And he's like a 4200 support player and has a collegiate team. So he knows about esports. Okay. Made a connection. 4300 now? Good job. So you're just... Yeah. I'm not going to go very deep into your Mercy gameplay. Explaining Mercy would take such a long time. And you probably know enough. So this is fine. Don't prioritize your tanks, prioritize your DPS. Yeah, that's on you. Good rest though. Like good rest. Your team was kinda dead, but we just lost our DPS early and they had more damage. So we don't have anyone to contest the point anymore because you run instead and then you just get killed. And you lose. That's very unfortunate. But you know what? You're really good. Like I've done several 3700 reviews before. Your mechanics are probably better than a lot of them. A lot of people at 3700, what are words? Your mechanics are really good. I just wish we had more patience with your cooldowns. Especially in Ana, because, you know, Ana's cooldowns can literally make you win or lose fights. So, yeah. Just that's the biggest thing. Okay. Well, the stream is going to end here, chat. Thank you for stopping by. You obsessed of your aim? Don't worry about it. Your aim is definitely good enough. At least for your rank, it's more than good enough. You have to work on the impatience though. I'm an impatient person. I get it. I had to tone down my play a lot, especially for team play, right? Because when it comes to teams, you have to play at the team's pace, not your own pace. Your team sets the pace, not you. Also, aggro is better than passive. I agree, but you need to know when to go aggro and how to go aggro. You know, the cooldowns are important. Okay, all right, chat. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. All right. Then the stream is going to end here. Bye bye.